This is a short review of the Pravett C7 projector. As you can see, it comes well packaged. And it is a small and lightweight projector. The actual specifications on the thing, I believe, is roughly 2.5 pounds. And it comes with a lens cap, which is nice. There are multiple inputs, including VGA, HDMI, USB, and an SD card. There's also outputs for your speakers if you don't want to use the built-in speakers. I play this here in a moment through these built-in speakers, and you can see that the sound quality is actually okay dependent upon what it is that you are trying to accomplish with this. Now, it does come with a power cord, of course. And that just plugs into the back of the projector here. It does not come with any cables for VGA or HDMI, so you'll need to purchase those yourself. It comes with an instruction manual, and the instruction manual is actually very readable. Sometimes the instruction manuals are so small that you can't read the print, and they did a good job with this. One of the things that you will notice in here is that the size of the image depends upon how far the projector is from the screen. There is not a built-in zoom feature. It does include a manual focus, and it does include the ability to adjust for keystoning, which is how much the image gets angled dependent upon the angle of the projector. It does not have any capability for parallax correction, which is if the image is off to the side of the screen or not. But the keystoning is super easy to adjust. The controls on top of the unit are for volume, for the power, and for what your source is. It does not automatically detect the source, so if you're going to use HDMI versus VGA, you need to set the source up for that. Inside the box here, there's a couple of other things. There is a remote control. You can just use the buttons on top of the projector, so you don't necessarily need to use the remote control, which does require a couple of batteries. There's also a screw that you can screw into the bottom of the unit here to adjust the height of the projected image. Now you can certainly do that, but the other thing that it includes is there's actually a screw hole on here where you can put this on a short tripod. You can put it on a tall tripod, but let's just grab a tripod here and we'll screw that into the tripod. And because of the weight of this thing, what you would probably want to do is actually adjust this so that it is leaning more in one direction than another. If you have an adjustable tripod like this one is, then you can set the legs out to compensate for the weight of this thing, because the projector, the hole for the where the projector sits on a tripod is right at the front of this rather than in the middle of it. So you'll need to make sure that whatever tripod mount you're using is going to adjust for that so that the thing doesn't tip over. But that is actually a good way to utilize this for what you're trying to accomplish when you are projecting this. Now, this thing says that it is good for camping. Quite honestly, I don't know who watches movies when they're camping, but a true camping projector to me would indicate that it is able to run off of a battery. It does not run off of a battery, it runs off of electricity, so you are going to need to have a power source. It is perfectly acceptable for utilizing outside. If you are going to be showing like movies on the lawn, you may want to connect to a bigger set of speakers than what is built in here. And like I said, the image size depends upon how close the projector is to the screen. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at how well this thing performs.
Dial-up access and so on and so on. So it's a very different age, but it was clear that there was going to be something there, and I realized you could make a bookstore on the web that could.
Let's see how this looks in full screen.
That a physical bookstore could ever hold. It could truly have universal selection, and of course, since then we've expanded that into other categories, and we keep pursuing that notion of Earth's biggest selection at Amazon. Well, my background was in computers, but books were the first best product to sell online. As a happy coincidence, I've always been a big reader, but that wasn't the reason that we chose.
Let's see how this looks in a lit room.
My passion was computers, and that's how I was involved in this world of the web back in '94. But books was a great first best product to sell online because books were very unique and still are in one respect, and that is that there are more items in the book category than there are items in any other category. There are millions of books active and in print.
As you can see, the projector works a whole lot better in a dark environment than it does in a light environment. I put some images up there on the screen specifically so that you could see what it was like if you were trying to project text for some type of a presentation. And the native resolution of this projector is stated at 800 by 480 pixels, but because of the HDMI input, it will support a full 1080 resolution or high definition. So your images when you are projecting movies actually look pretty good. The text, as you can see, is not super, but for a small projector that you can take with you, this is actually a really nice little unit. They do not bother to tell you how bright it is, and that's okay because most of the projectors that you see listed don't show the true ANSI lumens on it anyway. I actually compared this to some other projectors that I have, and the brightness is acceptable. It's certainly good when you are in a dark situation, and it is acceptable when you are in a lit room. So that is the Pravett Projector C7, and if you would like to purchase one of these things, you can do so on Amazon. I will provide the link below this video. Thanks for watching.